Alright guys, we're back and it's demo time. The last video you guys saw was actually taken about 4 or 5 months ago. So it's been a pretty long mission to get here. We got Eddie here from Seattle.
What's up?
And we're gonna start demoing today. So the trucks, the cranes and everything are coming in a little bit and they're gonna demo the whole house. I'm gonna go over all the things that changed, all the things that we had to do to get to this point: asbestos testing, temporary fence, temporary power, water spouts, all these different things. We're gonna kind of go over it, how much we ended up spending on the actual demo, how we picked the person that was gonna do our demo for us, because it's not as easy as you think.
As well as how much we paid for all the other stuff going on, like the fence, porta potty, permits, temporary power, how much all that costs. It's a lot of money, guys.
It's a lot more than you expect. So Eddie, why don't we tell them about the porta potty and the fence, why we needed it, how much we spent, and how we got it.
Because we're demoing the whole house, we'll need a bathroom here for the construction guys working. So we bought a porta potty, costs us about 30 bucks to drop it off. They're gonna clean it once a week and it's gonna cost us about $155 a month for keeping this here the entire time we have it here. Then the fence, we got it for $550. We're renting it for 6 months and then it gets prorated after that.
Our fence is about, I think, 120 feet, so they charge you by the foot. The other thing that was interesting is the billing on these is a 28-day cycle, so it's not a full month. We also ended up getting the fence and toilet from one company, and then the temporary power pole, which we'll show you right now, we got from a different company, and I'll tell you why in a minute. All right, we're at the temporary power pole. Eddie, why don't you tell them how much we paid for this thing?
We paid about $600 to get this installed with this electrical box. They had to hand dig the hole. That cost us about $75, which is pretty cheap. Other places were charging us almost $1,000. So we found this company. We got this in here for about $600 for 6-month rental. On
top of the rental, we had to pay DWP to actually disconnect the power from the house and connect here. And that was an interesting $1,100. $100, I guess, is a deposit that they're gonna give back. So it was basically about $1,000. We also paid Department Building and Safety about $150 for their permits to make sure that this was all put in place the right way. If you think about it, it's just a regular 6x6 treated piece of wood that's 20 feet long. You probably buy this for like $150 at Home Depot. But all these special requirements and stuff that you got to do, and it was easier to rent it and get it over with.
Not have to worry about it, not hire an electrician to set it all up.
So we got the temporary fence, the toilet, the temporary power. All we needed was to shut off the gas, cut the water line from the front of the house, do an asbestos test, and then we could start demoing. So let's talk about asbestos. So as far as the asbestos goes, nobody knows what's going on. We figured it out because a couple of contractors asked us about it, and we figured out we have to do the asbestos test, which is monitored by Air Quality Management Department, AQMD. But there's literally no information on it. It's very hard to find information on it. What I learned through my hours and hours of research is you need to get it done on houses before you demo houses. You need to get it tested, make sure there's no asbestos or lead or anything.
Got to get it tested so you're not polluting the air when you're demoing the house.
So we got it tested eventually. We called a bunch of different companies out here. Some wanted $3,000-$4,000. We ended up getting it done for about $1,200. Even though this house was built in 1940, we discovered that there was very minimal asbestos. As an owner builder, we are able to remove the asbestos from the house if it's under 100 square feet. So we went ahead and we got that removed and we disposed of it properly. So the demo guys should just come in here and wipe everything out and don't have to worry about it.
So we're going to talk about what's being demoed and what's staying here. So basically we're demoing pretty much the whole house. The one wall we're keeping is this one right here. So the demo guys came in here, they separated this wall, they braced it, and that's separate from the house. The reason we're keeping that wall is for setback purposes. Because the house was built so long ago, the new rules don't allow us to get that close to the wall, to the property line. So now, by keeping this wall, we're able to keep that distance from the property line instead of bringing the house closer in, which gives us more square footage on the back end.
Also, keeping this wall in place justifies this as a remodel instead of a new construction, which saves us on linkage fees. So we'll do a whole nother video about the permit process, architecture, and all that. But one of the things that we learned, there's a thing called a linkage fee, which is basically meant to help homeless people find housing. It is $12 a square foot on your entire build. So on 2,400 square feet, that was gonna be around what, 30 grand? So in order to avoid that, we had to keep this wall. So the build date is still gonna show 1940, but it's gonna be a completely brand new house, except for about 10 feet of wall. All right, I'm on the sidewalk in front of the house right now, and this is the temporary water spout that they put out. Basically, they cut the line, the main line going to the house, and they put this little water spout on it, connected to a hose. And it's basically used as water to bring down any dust, debris, or anything that flies up while they're demoing the house. That way, the entire neighborhood isn't covered in dust. It's a very easy thing. It cuts the rest of the house off from the water, so we don't have to worry about pipes exploding. And the demo guys went ahead and did that for us. had to stop the videos because the demo guys showed up and they destroyed everything in about 2 hours. They're hauling everything out right now. As far as how we decided our demo crew or who we're going with for demo, it was fairly simple. We reached out to people that we knew in the industry that had references. We got them to refer a few people to us. We got everyone out here to give us quotes, and we based it on pricing, their experience in the job, and how fast they were willing to perform the work.
Yeah, these guys had multiple references from the guys that we knew. We heard about them from different places. We still talk to other people. It's important to talk to everybody, to talk to multiple contractors. These guys, price-wise, they were on point. Experience-wise, they were on point, and they had references.
If you guys want to know exactly how much we paid for the demo of the house, the hauling of the trash, and the grading that's going to go on next week, subscribe, comment down below, and stay tuned because next week we're going to talk about exact numbers of how much this all cost us.